our cold open at the very beginning of our thing where we'll just come into the middle of a sentence because of this app. So it'll be like, and then she said, and you never know what actually happened. Welcome to the One Take Podcast, episode 113. This week we are doing a good Adam Sandler Netflix movie. They exist. They actually exist. We're doing Hustle this week. A couple weeks late on actually reviewing this, but it's Netflix. It's always there. We're joined by Erin again, back for the first time since turning red.
Yay!
Yay!
Gang.
Erin said she just woke up from a nap, so she's ready to empty the clip on everybody in here.
I feel you on that same vibe.
Let's go.
Dex hasn't slept in 12 days.
Content never sleeps, bros.
We're holding it together as a podcast. We're here.
Duct tape and a prayer.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you.
Absolutely. All right. Let's just get right into it. Hustle. Very, very good sports movie. Came out just a couple of weeks ago. Has a 7.4 on IMDb. Actually still maintaining the number 3 popularity spot on that website. Hour and 57 minutes long, and 7 of those minutes are one scene.
Incredible.
It's like they ran out of script and they're just like, we got to get this closer to 2 hours, guys. Rated R. A basketball scout discovers a phenomenal street ball player while in Spain, and he sees the prospect as his opportunity to get back into the NBA. Has a 68 meta score. Written or directed by Jeremiah Zagar, Taylor Matern, and Will Fetters as a screenplay. Adam Sandler, Queen Latifah, Juancho Hernan Gomez. Yeah, that guy from 18 teams in the NBA is the star of this movie. Ben Foster playing a dick, as he is known to do, which he's really good at. Anthony Edwards. Not as Anthony Edwards, as Kermit Witz. Kermit.
Absolute legend.
Incredible. And then this is another kind of interesting role reversal. Kenny Smith plays a character in this movie. He doesn't play Kenny Smith.
Yeah.
Plays an agent.
Isn't he
Plays
Leon
an
Rose?
agent.
Who's a real person?
He's basically Leon Rose, but he has a different name. But yes, he's Adam
No, his
Sandler's
name
best
is
friend.
Leon in this movie.
His name is Leon, but he's not Leon Rose. He's just named Leon, and he happens to also be an agent.
They sneak Robert Duvall in here. That's how they got that guy in here. I have no idea. Do y'all think Robert Duvall knows ball? You think he's like?
I don't think Robert Duvall knew he was in this movie. They just poked him and was like, "Yo, just come out here real quick." And he was like, "All right."
Pay you $1 billion.
Like, just ride in the backseat of his car for a minute.
Incredible.
And then, spoiler alert, die. That's
right.
Like,
it's like, all right.
That's his whole role. So this has a litany of actual NBA players in it, including Boban, who is in his second acting role. He actually plays a different character. His name in the movie
Houston
is
Rocket Boban.
Houston Rocket legend Boban Marjanovic.
Facts, big facts.
He plays, quote, the Big Serbian. It's Big Serbian. Actually, really, that's his name in this. And then let's see, Julius Erving makes an appearance as himself. So does Trae Young. So does who else? Let's see. Let's name.
Don't ask me.
Pretty much the whole Sixers. Tobias Harris is there. Pretty much the whole Sixers squad is there. Doc Rivers is in this movie as well.
Steph Curry, which is awkward. Doc Rivers is here. Aaron Gordon.
I keep forgetting. Like, there was actually somebody tweeted something, and I stared at it for the longest time, not realizing that it wasn't about Top Gun Maverick because they were talking about Anthony Edwards.
Oh.
Every fucking time I hear that name, I'm like, oh, Goose. I'm like, no, but that is not
Goose.
Not Goose. And I remember that's why I was laughing earlier. I was like, oh shit, that's not Goose. That's, oh my gosh, there's actually somebody named Anthony fucking Edwards. Sorry.
No, it's actually really funny, but I feel like this Anthony Edwards can do Top Gun. I'm not sure the other Anthony Edwards can shoot who.
Hustle.
You know.
Facts. Goose got no jumper, bro. I guarantee you.
What if he's like crazy wet, like he's actually like 3-point specialist.
Dr. Green, really?
Yeah. 90, that bald spot just gives him extra power. 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, 93% audience score. People really like this movie, man, including I assume all of us on here. Hustle doesn't have any fancy moves, but it doesn't need them. Adam Sandler's everyman charm makes this easy layup fun to watch. Aaron, we start with the guests first. Go ahead, give your review. Talk about how they did your uncle dirty in this movie. We don't have to dox that, but you did tweet it, so it's out there.
No, it's okay. No, it's cool because actually I was thinking about that because I did tweet it because what they said wasn't real, and I was like, and I tweeted, I was like, that's not real. I was like, he's never fucking fainted before no damn game.
Well,
like, what are they talking about?
Sometimes you got a lot of players to get them to play hard.
But then they cleaned it up later. But I definitely did tweet that out. I was like, why are they lying on my uncle like that? But
Clyde Drexler, by the way, we're gonna. I just wanted to put it out there. That's pretty cool. Just casual.
That gentleman, that 6'7" gentleman.
Yeah,
he sticks out. He sticks out in every picture. Anyway, I actually didn't think about a letter grade, but I think I'm gonna give it an A-, probably B+. I think it was good. Like I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm the least sports. Look, let's be for real, okay? I'm looking at who's fuckable. So,
oh my god,
I'm really not looking at rebounds and assists and points and like get out my face. Is he single?
Oh my god!
So,
Can't believe these hardworking men just trying to do their job, and you out here objectifying them.
She was ready. She was ready to be
that. Pieces of meat.
She was ready to be that little girl's stepmom in this movie.
Would have been. No. Oh my gosh. Okay. First of all, I've never knew that man's name before, and I was like, I think I might have a crush on him by the end of the movie. I was like,
Bo Cruz?
He's so cute. Oh my gosh. He's okay. So here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna give it A-, probably B+. The thing I always go into with like sports movies is, especially when they're real athletes, is that okay, real athletes are shit at acting. I'm looking at you, Ray Allen. Like they just cannot fucking do the job. They cannot.
Down on Jesus Shuttleworth.
They just can't. And so I always am hesitant when I'm looking at these movies. I'm like, oh, it's going to be. But I think the benefit of him having English as his second language kind of softened his performance for me. So I was just like, I didn't care because it was going to be a barrier regardless. And he actually came off very fucking charming. He was so charming and endearing. And I think Adam Sandler, when it comes to like acting, he's a strong C. When he gets material that he can like sink his teeth into, he's actually surprisingly good. Big Daddy is surprisingly one of my favorite movies, and it's because that end scene where they're taking the kid away from him, that he's like actually emotional. I was like, Adam is acting, and you don't see that shit until Uncut Gems, and I was like, well, damn.
Oh, this is click erasure.
Family Man Adam Sandler has been putting up numbers for like 30 years. I love Family Man Adam Sandler. He's great as a family man.
I can't even talk about Click because Jack and Jill exists. So we something canceled.
That movie, if you don't know, Jack and Jill has been regarded as like the worst movie of all time. I think it has like a 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. 3? Oh yeah, y'all did that.
3.
So I was hesitant when I went into the movie just based off of knowing that there was a professional athlete in the lead role, and I was like, but he's actually surprisingly good. So he was playing street ball in Tim's. I'll let it slide.
Dom Toretto.
I was like, he literally meant construction. Like he meant that shit. He's in Tim's. I was like, okay. I wasn't understanding how he fit his big ass in a Toyota. I've seen Clyde Drexler struggle to get into a Dodge Caravan, so I don't know how that got into. I don't know how.
That's like, y'all remember when Shaq was trying to like sell us on Lincolns or whatever, and it like
he's LeBron James doing Kia ads.
You never fit in that in your entire life.
Okay, so touched the inside of a key like in 15 years.
Completely off subject, but one of my favorite. Okay, so the comedian Bill Bellamy is actually Shaquille O'Neal's cousin. stand-up comedian Bill Bellamy, and Bill was actually, I can't remember what talk show he was on, but I think at one point in time Shaquille O'Neal was trying to be a police officer.
Oh yeah, I know this.
Yeah,
bit.
that's real.
And he was talking about how Shaquille was struggling to get out of the cars. And that's where I was dying laughing at him, making fun of his cousin. But so yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But I think it was a solid movie from, I think Adam Sandler and Queen Latifah had zero chemistry, but it worked. I didn't care because I just had no investment in them. And I like Queen Latifah in this world because I mean she used to play high school basketball. So I see her in, like, I understand her in that world because I'm like, okay, she can carry herself even if she wasn't playing a character. So I was like, all right, yeah, I was entertained by it. I would actually watch it again. Good movie.
Good movie. It's actually kind of shocking that Queen Latifah and Adam Sandler at this point had never been in a movie together.
Right. Because then she was even in a movie with Jimmy Fallon, right? What was that movie? Right. I was like,
Taxi Cab.
Oh, yeah. And Giselle Bunch. Oh my gosh. She tried to act. Woo. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. She is so pretty.
Dex, what you think?
It was cool. Like, I'm not as high honored as y'all are, I don't think. I definitely don't think I'll ever watch it again. But like it was cool. I enjoyed it. It was fun for what it was. Like, super low stakes, fun basketball movie. Seeing Anthony Edwards play a villain was amazing. Like, definitely moved him up my favorite NBA players who are non-Rockets rankings. Because I definitely believe he talks shit like that in real life because he was way too good at it. Like, for that not to be
100%.
Yeah.
They didn't even give him lines.
There's no lines. He just said, I got this.
Zero script.
Like, oh, you got a kid? Oh, I'm about to fuck you up. Like, oh, you think you like can play defense? I'm about to fuck you up. Like, I'm
Look
about
at her. She likes me.
she loves me. That's your mom? That's your baby mama? What's going on? Like, but yeah, so I fuck with Anthony Edwards heavy in this movie. Adam Sandler's character, like, it was cool, but I wasn't really like invested in him at all, really. Like, his whole journey back to being an assistant coach or whatever. I was like, I don't care. I just want to see my boy Bo Cruz cook. And then like there's a bunch of like awkward, it feels like playing 2K where it's like Luka's doing like a FaceTime call with you, and like, like all these like random NBA players, like fucking Dirk shows up like just via Skype or some shit.
Ooh, buddy, Dirk is bad.
I'm like,
Dirk is bad in this.
I'm like, goddamn, bro. Did Adam Sandler just want to flex like that he has all these NBA players' phone numbers? Like, is that why this movie exists?
I mean,
but yeah, but like it was fun, you know. I was rooting for Bo Cruz. I was rooting for, you know, his daughter, for him to make it to the NBA. I wanted my boy to go #1 overall and stun on all these bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Glad he didn't play for the Sixers because fuck the Sixers. We don't rock with them. But yeah, I mean,
you know what's funny? Joel Embiid wasn't in this movie.
Yeah, nope. I mean, he showed up at the end, like to do the tip off, but whatever. I think you know, you can't really go wrong with just a like pretty straightforward sports movie. They gave you the Rocky montage, which I'm sure we're gonna talk about. It's like fucking 7 minutes long.
It's incredible,
but it's amazing.
I loved it.
Every time that happens in a sports movie, I'm like, I'm in. Like, my son is finally getting it. He's finally putting the pieces together. Like, doesn't matter if it's Rocky, if it's Creed, if it's this movie, if it's fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, I'm in. As soon as you give me the music of the main character, like finally being good at the drills and shit, like, I'm sold. So
being able to run up a hill fast.
Yeah. So I give this movie like probably like a B-. It's fun. Don't think I'll ever watch it again. I watched it with my dad and my little brother, so it's just kind of like a dudes rock, like kind of movie night. Yeah, not something that I'm like, I gotta watch Hustle again. Everybody's got to see this shit. Yeah, so
I mean, yeah, this is a big dudes rock movie. I'll just like give you that much. But yeah, you can't have a movie based in Philadelphia without having a Rocky montage training scene. That would have been stupid.
True.
Right.
Tej, you really fuck with this movie. What did you think?
So I was at like a B+, and then I woke up this morning. I was gonna go do my workout, and I said I'm kind of dragging this morning, and I watched the montage, the 7-minute montage, and I went and worked out, and I moved this movie up to an A-. This movie is fucking awesome. I love Adam Sandler. The Netflix movies have been mostly missed, but I have a long history with Adam Sandler, especially Adam Sandler in sports movies. I was raised on The Waterboy. I know that movie line for line. I've probably watched it 50 times in my life, maybe more. I love The Waterboy.
You go Adam Sandler sports movie, and you don't go Happy Gilmore.
I was going there next. I also know Happy Gilmore by heart, but The Waterboy was like one of my favorite comedies as a kid. Happy Gilmore was also great, but there was something about The Waterboy. It hit me at the right time. I'm obsessed with it. I love football. I was not into golf like that as a kid, whereas I really have always loved college football. So The Waterboy hit me in a different place. But I love Happy Gilmore. I love Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler as a family man. I think he's made this really cool transition in his career from making dude bro comedies to trying to make stuff that has some feeling. I really love Uncut Gems. I'm very high on Uncut Gems.
It's so
I'm
good.
very high on him making a transition. And this has jokes in it, but this is a pretty straightforward sports movie where Adam Sandler is playing a pretty serious character. It brought together all these things. I love basketball. I love a sports movie. And I love a good montage, period, right? I love Rocky. I love the Rocky montages. But watching an actual athlete train for 7 minutes is probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like it is so cool to watch. The way it's cut is perfect. The way they take the break in the middle, it gets quiet, and they say, "Don't talk to him. He's got to tell himself. He's got to tell himself to keep going." Then they do the thing where they take the camera out of focus. They're only showing the top of his head. I thought that was pretty cool. I know the little blurb that you read, Royden, said it has no tricks. I don't agree with that at all. That is not your standard sports montage. We're using 2 songs. We're going to have a moment of levity in the middle. I thought they did a little bit to jazz up the typical montage. And there are words in this montage. And I know that there are only words in this montage because the main character of this movie is a coach who's not doing the working out. So we've got to include him in the montage. But what I thought was so special about it is it's not just him training to be better so he can be ready for the next challenge on the court. It's actually strengthening the relationship of the 2 leads of the movie. And through this conversation, in the middle of this montage, they have a moment where he says, "You're making it. You're getting better. You're going to make it." And he says, "No, we're going to make it together." They start off on rocky footing, obviously, because there's a trust issue there because a random white man is just walking around the hood in a random European country, just follow me around. So there's like an automatic deficit of trust. But now through this montage, we see that at the end of this montage, not only is he at peak athletic skill, but their relationship is the strongest that it's been. And we know that that's going to be tested later. Like, it's a straightforward sports movie in that regard. But I think that montage is doing something cooler than just another montage. I really enjoyed it. It is super cool. And it's probably the second best sports related thing I've seen in the movie this year, behind all the sports stuff that was in The Northman. The coolest sports stuff I've ever seen of all time. So I had a great time with this movie. Anthony Edwards was phenomenal. I love him. He has said that he can do everything. Now I know that we can add acting to the list because he was a complete asshole. But there are some beats of the movie that are predictable. When he's gonna punch Anthony Edwards, but he slaps the ground. Like, that's not how that would happen. The number 2 projected draft pick is not going to play in a scrimmage, let alone like a scrimmage that's not even at the official combine. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just because
his ACL, and they try to address it by saying like he's the number 2 pick, and it's like he thinks he could be the number 1 pick, and it's like, no, that's not how it works. You haven't seen Paolo Banchero in a real game since his last game at Duke by design. There's too much money on the line, so obviously there are parts of it that feel like Dex said NBA 2K. Here's the story. We got to go through this thing. Oh my God, we got to now try to go viral so that we can get people to talk about us so we can get our name in the draft. Like, it felt very 2K, but I thought there was enough there, like cinematically, to make it feel like a movie and not just like a 2K playthrough experience. I thought it was great. I had a good time with it. I would absolutely watch it again. I'd give it an A-. Go ahead, Aaron.
I had to add something to what I just said. I agree with you, by the way, but I forgot. There's one big fucking problem I have with this movie. Actually, a huge fucking problem. In what goddamn world is an assault charge from 5 years ago going to stop a professional team?
Yeah, I said that to my wife.
That's very bad.
What? He could have murdered somebody, and they'd be like, "Yo, can he jump though?"
We don't have to bring up any of the old players
Nasty
that we
Man.
love that have had things that we look at. They thought Allen Iverson killed someone. Like he was charged with murder. Like
Ray Lewis out here now.
That's still free. So I thought that was a bit weird, and especially when they're trying to make it like it's an assault charge, but like, oh, you can understand why he did it because it's all about the little girl. We're trying to bring it back to the little girl, but it's like nobody would have cared about that at all. And the fact that he was, the fact that he like went crazy in a scrimmage because Anthony Edwards was talking shit to him, people would have been like, he got that dog in him. I like the fact that he didn't back down. Like they would have found a way to make that a positive spin.
Choked his own. Come on now.
That boy
they're not bringing an NBA
here.
owner on the TV to be like, tell me about this random international draft prospects old assault charge. Like that's not how that goes.
And they
like nobody would know or care
so much. They talked about it so much. It was such a big problem. I was like, and what? I was like, oh, here's where the fiction. Okay, got you.
Yeah, here's fucking Joe Lacob on CNN to talk about a fucking assault charge for a prospect he hasn't even drafted. Like, no,
it only happened in another country. Like, there's not even records of that shit. Like, we don't care about that.
Tillman Fertitta would be like, "Hey, man,
does he see that jumper?
Yeah."
I think he should come over here and take a discount. Fertitta would find a way to get a discount out of that. Like, let's put him on the vet minimum and see how he does.
Nah, if it was Tillman Fertitta, he wouldn't be in the draft at all. He's like, I'm just straight up signing, dude. Just straight out of Spain. Ain't no draft.
I forgot all about that. But
that was pretty bad. I agree with you, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, in a world where we got Nasty Man with 24 allegations, and this Brown still traded 4 first-round picks for him.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about you beating up
the largest guaranteed deal of all time. They just handed him a suitcase full of money and said, "Here, go settle all your 24 lawsuits that you have against you." The very nasty.
4 still pending, but whatever. Like
nasty.
You're right, Aaron. It is funny that you think. But, I mean, this is a 2K storyline, but without Eric Gordon going, man, that was sweet to see. Like
somebody called the National Weather Service.
You was hitting shots from everywhere. Bang, bang.
I'm laughing like I know what you're talking about.
There's a Teach find the clip. Teach find the clip. This is an hour recurring bit on our.
You know what NBA 2K is? It's a video game, obviously, and they have players do voiceovers for characters like the players are themselves, but like you are a player in the NBA, so now your NBA teammates are talking to you. And they had one that Eric Gordon, who's an NBA player, recorded. And Eric Gordon has the personality of like a rock. Like he doesn't have he's not known for his personality. And so reading over these lines.
He's a black man born and raised in Indiana, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's black, but he was born and raised in Indiana. He dribbles like a Republican. Like I'll send you the clip, but you would understand.
He dribbles like a Republican.
He dribbles like a Republican. He dribbles like Jaylen Brown without the explosiveness, but he's still a Rockets legend. All respect to Eric Gordon, but he sounded crazy.
One of my favorite tweets ever about Eric Gordon. Trill Wither said that he dribbles like the ball is hot to the touch, like it's burning his hand every time he touches it.
That's how Jaylen Brown dribbles too. And he was still dropping 35 points in a finals game, but every time he touched the ball, it was like, is he going to dribble it? Because it's going to look very 7th grade in here. And somehow he makes it work for him.
Someone called the National Weather Service. We had an unanticipated storm in the building tonight. Homeboy was raining threes down on these fools. Bam, bam, bam. One after another. They'll lose track of you, and boom, another one.
This was their best take they got, by the way. This was the best take. This was in the game. They did 10 or 20 takes, and they said, finally, Eric Gordon, you nailed it, and they put that into the game.
That's a lie.
These fools, bam, 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 one after another. They'll lose track of you, and boom, another one. That was sweet to see.
That was sweet to see.
Sweet to see.
They're going to have to call the National Weather Service.
Oh my God, incredible. No, so all of the NBA players in this can actually act. I think Juancho Hernangomez actually shows emotion in this. I think because it hinges on Adam Sandler, but if he's like bad, then this is a bad movie. Anthony Edwards was the fact that you got like a second-year player Did he win Rookie of the Year? Yeah, he won Rookie of the Year. And you got a second-year player, Rookie of the Year, who's on the upswing to go play a villain in a movie is really cool, and he's really good at it. So props to him.
Dope.
They said that like a lot of the stuff, stuff is written, but they let him go and do takes where I think he was just talking. So if you've seen an interview with Anthony Edwards, he's the funniest motherfucker on the planet.
Very smart to just let him do his own thing because he's amazing.
Yeah.
Just let him say what he wants to say.
And so he was good too. He was a good foil to that. They used to be teammates, so that's why he's in this movie. I think Hernan Gomez picked him. And the fact that it's Hernan Gomez too, it almost didn't happen. They were going to make this movie in China. Netflix apparently doesn't, according to IMDb, Netflix doesn't do business in China. And so, yeah, I know. And so they switched it to Spain. So that's how Hernan Gomez has. If you don't know Juancho Hernan Gomez, he's an NBA player, so he's better than anyone else ever, except for the people in the NBA. He's not a good NBA player, but it works in this movie. Yeah, no, he's not. He's like a.
And I was like, he must not be good.
No, he had. Which is one of the things that like kind of distracted me in the movie. I was like, Juancho Hernan Gomez is not nice like this. Like,
no,
he is nice like that though. That's what makes the movie so good. Like getting a fringe NBA guy to do this, like he's going to look amazing because every other basketball movie that we're going to talk about today, for the most part, has an actor playing basketball. Right. Wesley Snipes is only but so good at basketball, right? So
he didn't know how to play basketball. Actually,
yeah, he's actually trash at basketball. Actually, Woody Harrelson is a better basketball player than. West.
Much better. But like to actually see like this guy has actually done these drills. He actually understands basketball and he can play at an elite level, just not the super elite level that is the NBA. But like he's also played competitive internationally. Like the guy's played a lot of basketball, so it makes sense to have him at the center of the movie.
He's better than anybody that they're gonna find on a street ball court in Spain. So yeah, like,
he looks really good. Well, there's a problem. Well, not a problem, but the hardest thing about one thing I do know about film is that setting up those shots takes a lot of time, and to be able to do take after take after take like that takes a lot of athleticism. I'm like, yeah, he looked really good. I was like, yo, I knew like you have to do one shot and then different camera angle, do the same thing over again, and your body has to warm up, and you're probably waiting.
He wasn't gonna get tired. He's like, this is easy. I
was like, yo, he actually did a good fucking job. I was impressed.
I'd have to go, yeah, and he's a good-looking guy. I will admit, he is a good-looking guy. Like, there's a lot of good-looking folks in this movie. But the thing with him, though, too, this may be the best basketball in any basketball movie that I think I've seen.
At least that I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and think, like, I don't know, not Glory Road, not maybe Coach Carter, but those are also actors playing.
No, those are actors. And half those dudes in Coach Carter literally can't hoop. Like,
they were trash.
You can see it on the screen, bro.
If I mean, I don't know. Like trash, then they trash.
So this is probably the best basketball, and they did this in a movie that I really adore, called Miracle, about the 1980s Olympic team. They used real, actual hockey players, and then taught them how to act. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Some of them were fringe actors who had played hockey, but a lot of them were hockey players that they taught how to act. They said it is easier for us to teach you how to say lines than it is for us to teach like Ryan Gosling how to skate. So
they can offer me all the money in the world, and they put me on some ice skates, and the movie's going to be fucked if I'm supposed to be at the center of this film. It's fucked. It's fucked from the beginning. Like
you might as well melt that ice right now.
we got to green screen this ice. This ice gonna have to be CGI'd in here, bros. I can't skate, bro.
No, so I thought the two main basketball players, Edwards and Hernan Gomez, were really good. I'm a sucker for a genuine Sandler performance because he has spent so many years making Shit Cops 5 like that. I don't like that. It's.
Is that a real film?
No,
it might be.
It could be.
No one never knows.
I was like, wait, what?
Deeper than Netflix archive.
I missed all 4. He wasn't in the first 4 actually. He just came in for the 5th one.
Yeah, he's out here making what fucking pixels.
Yeah, I mean he's had runs of genuine performances. Punch Drunk Love being kind of the one. Reign Over Me, take it or leave it, about him losing his family in 9/11. So there's genuine performance sprinkled in there. He's done the Meyerowitz stories for Netflix, which I don't know if a lot of people saw, but it's a Noah Baumbach movie that he has some genuine beats. And of course, his most manic and insane performance, but an actual like real person, not a stunted child man, is of course what do you call it? Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
And
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. And I will say probably Garnett is maybe better than these guys were. I think Garnett's like a really good actor, but I think he's also playing Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, he didn't have like a whole ton to do.
Yeah.
You didn't think he was acting when he said, "Why would you show it to me if I can't have it?" I was like,
I can't fucking have it.
That was Kevin. That was KG. He didn't get that nigga no script.
Yeah, he showed up. Lakeith Stanfield was over there being a weirdo, and he was like, "I'm being a weirdo too." If that's what we
KG just hanging around with Lakeith Stanfield was the funniest part of the movie.
Trying to match the
vibe.
They don't match each other at all.
They don't match at all. These dudes would never hang out.
No, I think it's a pretty genuine Sandler performance. He kind of like plays well of the dude that's just down on his luck, which is kind of a side we don't see in sports movies. There's been a few of the like the scout or the coach that is shit out of luck and his time has passed. And
didn't Ben Affleck just play a drunk?
I was going to say, any of us watched that Ben Affleck movie?
I did.
I didn't watch it.
The Way Back was actually a very good sports movie from the guy
It's
that
good?
Warrior. Yeah, it's very good.
I heard
it's more
good.
of a.
I didn't watch it.
It's more of a recovery movie than it is a basketball movie, but it's just a simple, heartfelt film, huh?
So his life. It's
about it. I mean, it's kind of like
a lot of it tracks with the Ben Affleck story.
Right, I was about to say so.
Like go watch it. The Way Back is actually really good. It came out at a weird time right before the pandemic and like right before movies went out of theaters, so it didn't get a lot of traction. But The Way Back was really, really good. But I think kind of the down on his luck Hoosiers coach sports thing still plays in 2022. But when you have somebody as beloved as Adam Sandler, it plays even better because you're sitting there going, I actually root for this guy in real life, even though he's a billionaire. Like, why do we root for Adam Sandler? He's sold his soul to Netflix and like makes these shit movies, but we've been there for the ride, and he feels like one of the last true, genuine people left in Hollywood. All he wants to do is be a dad.
Hotel Transylvania is good.
All he wants to do is be a dad and wear bad outfits in public. Did you like
Little Nicky too?
I did not like Little Nicky.
Little Nicky is objectively like gives me like makes my skin crawl. I hate that film.
What about I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry? What these are
kind of problematic.
Other than giving it
very.
My only gripe with Sandler is that he gave us Rob Schneider, then they started making Rob Schneider solo movies, and it was like, no, we didn't want those. We didn't want those. We did not need those.
We didn't need those.
I was just talking with
we needed the hot chick, but that was it.
I was just talking with some of the Apollo guys last night about how bad Rob Schneider's filmography is.
And on top of that, he's anti-vax, so fuck him. Whatever.
Is he?
Yeah,
I would have never known that in a million years if you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, go look it up. He's very weird. So
apparently he's a big Gina Carano guy now. Also,
yeah, not great. This is a David Spade podcast, anyway. So yeah, I think when you're able to root for Sandler, like if this is anybody else, I don't even know, name an actor, like I don't know if Will Ferrell, like we root for Will Ferrell, but I don't know if he's the same in this role. You know what I mean? Like Sandler is kind of fatter now. He's kind of like older. He's wearing his clothes that he wears in everyday life in this movie, which is actually really funny. The guy has more money than God, and he just wears like and one basketball shorts and big t-shirts. Yeah, and I think it does do the thing where it's like, oh man, that's NBA player Trae Young. And they hi, I'm Trae Young, and I'm here to play basketball, sort of thing. And
Hey, this is Dr. J.
yeah, exactly. Dr. J, and he comes up and he gives a speech and whatever. But I think the basketball is good. The training montage, I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for a genuine sports movie, sucker for a genuine Sandler performance. I give this a B+ for all of its cliches and faults. I think it does enough to make this a really rewatchable sports movie for me. I will revisit this movie, definitely, just because it's so accessible. It's one of the most accessible movies that I've watched in, like, you don't have to be a huge basketball fan to really get it. And my wife watched it and she doesn't know anything about any of the players that came up other than like, oh, that's Luka or that's Dirk, because of Dallas. And like, that's it. But she, at the end of the movie, she was like, I really enjoyed that because there's a father-daughter story. There's a redemption arc. There's actually 2 father-daughter stories, which is kind of interesting. There's a redemption arc and some likable leads. And that's really all you need for a good sports movie. That's where we've kind of set the bar for good sport. They don't have to be transcendent like Rocky was in 1977 or anything like that. Now, there are the occasional ones like Warrior that we get that kind of transcend what, that filmmaking can be. But those are few and far between. Most of the ones we get are shit. And so... and we just like them because we like sports, but
or because we saw them as children. Like,
Netflix has to be so thrilled to get this because like his batting average for these Netflix movies is probably
awful.
Like very, very bad. So like, not only did they make like something that's like objectively pretty good and straightforward, but good, but also like a lot of people have been watching it and talking about it, and that's what they were hoping for when they signed him. They literally gave that man more money than he was the first one. He was the first one to go over there and take the massive, massive bag, and he re-upped. And it feels like he puts a new movie up there every 2 or 3 months. So like, there's been a lot of shit that they've put up there that is objectively horrible. And so to be able to get one that's very solid, it's just super dope and very cool.
Yeah.
They must feel thrilled. And maybe if he had been making more of these, they wouldn't be about to fire everyone at Netflix.
The last thing that I'll say about it, this is one of the best outside of maybe Moneyball, which uses the actual logos for the teams. This is one of the best, like, we integrated the actual league into these movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's seamless.
Where it's like, oh, this makes sense that, like, and the NBA does this better than any other league. Like the NFL has a weird thing of none of the teams can look bad or lose or anything like that. The NBA is like,
or lose.
Yeah. Well, that was the story on Draft Day. The movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing was that no one could lose a draft day. No actual team could lose a draft day trade because of the brands. No one team would sign off on actually like losing a trade.
Get over yourselves, guys. Get over yourselves. It's a fictional. It's a fucking movie.
You know what else actually has like kind of a decent what was it? And Queen Latifah was in it. Was Just Right. I mean, Common is horrible. He's a horrible actor. But that was probably the most like NBA heavy, like realistic movie that just popped into my head that I can think of that they actually
The Nets were nasty for signing Common. They were very nasty. The Nets. He used to play for the Nets. They were nasty.
So, the last thing I'll say, I think this was from like Coley Mick, who was with Trill Withers on Mixtape, I think, was like, and he's a big Boston guy. He was like, congratulations to the Philadelphia 76ers for doing the thing that they've done for 2 decades of letting the Boston Celtics actually draft a better player.
Someone said, someone in the chat brought up the story that the script originally called for that Honcho was supposed to dunk on Anthony Edwards, and Anthony Edwards said, "No, I'm not letting him dunk on me."
Real.
I love Anthony Edwards so much, man. He is my favorite of all time. That's not a Rocket. I love him.
He said that's not a Rocket.
Yeah,
my only gripe. Born Ready 200. So, yeah, he said, y'all see the story that Ant didn't want Honcho to dunk on him.
And it's just he's just the gift that keeps on giving. He gives us so much. He has no idea how happy he makes us. He's just amazing.
But Born Ready also says, my only gripe with the hustle is why the hell did they make him play small forward which is true. He's like 6'10".
Yeah.
He had him out here guarding fucking Anthony Edwards, definitely a shooting guard.
Yeah, put him on I put my boy on an island.
He was getting cooked too.
just expose him. Like he's like he can't move his feet. He's been playing in Tim's.
I also love in those scrimmages. Obviously, they're not showing you the whole scrimmage, but like it feels like every possession is just one of those two guys. Like there are no. Sometimes at the end of the possession, there'll be a pass to a wide open person, but generally speaking, it's like those people are like prime Harden in 2018 Harden, where like everything runs through them. Every screen is going to be set with them up top. Like every action goes through them, and they both just get that immediately. Even though nobody in the gym knew who Bo Cruz was 10 seconds ago, now they're just running their whole offense to this guy.
Yeah,
all the other lottery picks in that
yeah,
thing.
those dudes are lottery picks. It's like, come here, Bo. It's like, no, Trae Young's not passing that ball to Bo Cruz, bro.
Also, I love that scene. Like, I guess we can just start going through the movie now. I love that scene in like the big official scrimmage where Adam Sandler's like, "Hey, you got to take him out." Like he's struggling, and the coach is like, "Nah, we got it." It's like, bro, you're not watching the fucking game.
Are you literally not watching the game? We can all see
hell.
His lungs are shot. He's been smoking 12 packs a day in Spain and drinking wine.
He's about to go cry in the car. Like Anthony Edwards has this man in hell right now. Like,
give him a
pay
breather.
attention.
The funniest problem that I had with the official scrimmage at the NBA Combine is that like normal everyday NBA players are in there watching. Like Chris Middleton is in there.
Yeah, why would Chris Middleton be watching this scrimmage?
What? Giannis Antetokounmpo is not in there watching. He's like, no, thank you.
I'll send Chris Middleton to that. But yeah, like fucking Kyle Lowry shows up. He's like dapping up like the 76ers at like this workout the 76ers are doing for Bo Cruz. It's like, bro, you don't play for us. Like,
what
you know how much trouble Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey would get in for going and playing in a street ball tournament to get this dude to go viral? Like, what if Tobias Harris rolled his ankle or something like that, and it just like going to the fucking playoffs, and you were doing what?
Nah, bro, I fucking love that. Y'all remember the lockout when fucking KD and LeBron were out here playing regular ass people? Like
KD was going to the random parks in cities and dropping like 60 on people. They're just leaving.
It was like I tweeted a video of this like a couple months ago. KD was legit like flexing and like stunting on people, and it's like, bro, these are like fucking regular like 6'1" dudes who gotta go work at an office job tomorrow, and you're fucking Kevin Durant. Like
when he was in OKC, he was playing on flag football teams. Like they were like, KD's playing flag football, and I was like, KD's doing what?
Like, I work for Geek Squad at Best Buy.
This is
NBA.
Fucking guarding Kevin Durant on a pick and roll. Like, hell no.
That's so disrespectful.
We have to give them credit because Devin Booker was playing against random LA Fitness employees as well. And he said, no, don't double team me. What the fuck are you talking about? I have a 9 to 5. I haven't run hard since I was in high school. You tell me I can't double team NBA all-pro player Devin Booker? Of course I'm going to fucking double team you. What do you think this is?
Yeah, who else on your team am I worried about besides?
Yeah, I'm not worried about Otto over there. I brought him here. He can't shoot for shit. I know he can't shoot. I'm guarding Devin Booker. I'm doubling Devin.
Off the rails, but my favorite thing in this movie that I pointed out immediately to Caitlin was that that Adam Sandler decides that this guy is the next whoever. Next Dirk by watching him play like lock down this 5'10" dude on defense. Not by making shots, by guarding this dude and like this dude that is 15 feet smaller than him. And he's like, oh my God, he's got that dog in him.
Let me take him down real quick.
I 100% thought that dude was about to pull out a gun.
I did too. I actually thought he was going to get down.
100% was like, oh, we're doing the gun on the court meme again. This dude is definitely pulling out a gun. We are right back and above the rim.
Above the rim.
And he did not do it. But I was like, I know the above the rim homage is coming. That dude's definitely pulling out a gun for all these people.
I mean, I feel like that's the only option when a dude is like, I'm not gonna let you touch the rim, like
That's
not
disrespectful.
score.
That's
Touch the
extremely
rim.
disrespectful.
Boy, yeah, you have to die for thinking
I can touch the rim against anybody. I like. What do you mean? I'm not gonna make the ball hit the rim. I can shoot the ball from 10 feet before you get there. Like that's something you do to a little kid. You don't tell a grown ass man you're not even gonna be able to touch the rim. That's disrespectful, bro. That's disrespectful.
Guy was playing in Tim's. He's like, I dare you to try and score on me.
For a second, when they were doing those little challenges, I was like, because at first it was like, oh, these regular people can't touch the rim. Then Tobias Harris walked up, and I was like, yo, is Tobias Harris not gonna be able to touch the rim against Joe? Like, what's about to happen?
They're gonna make this person the best.
Yeah,
Dennis Rodman,
are they gonna have him literally lock down Tobias Harris to where he can't even touch the rim?
which is like everyday Tobias Harris, if we're being honest. I bet Philadelphia fans are watching this going, son of a ugh.
We pay this dude $40 million.
He get locked down by Hunter.
By once earning
$35 million.
Yeah.
This is very sicko mode or Mo Bamba of me on this podcast, but I would have loved if they would have played Dreams and Nightmares during the training montage.
Yeah, it's a Philly movie. You got
That's already been done. Didn't they do that in a Creed movie? One of those Creed movies they used.
No, they didn't.
I believe.
No, they did.
They used some Meek Mill song in one of those training montages in the Creed movie. That definitely is true.
Meek Mill was in a Wale song in this in Routine by Wale and Meek Mill.
They had a Beanie Siegel song playing. I said, go ahead, Adam Sandler.
I like the music in this a lot, actually.
But yeah, that's the only Meek Mill that we got in this. But yeah, give me Dreams and Nightmares during when he's running up that hill. Whatever. I don't care if it's like cliche. I would have liked it. Whatever.
Yeah,
movie's a cliche.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing is cliche.
When, Adam Sandler's character was talking about how he got in that car accident after he was drunk driving with Leon in the passenger seat. How did he fuck up his right hand?
I was thinking that. I was like, he goes, I stuck my hand out to stop him.
Like, wouldn't it be the left?
It's because he was driving and he stuck his hand out to stop Leon. It would be his right hand.
Left hand.
Well, his right hand
wasn't his left hand messed up?
It should be his right hand messed up.
It was his left hand that was
his left hand was messed up. And he's like, I stuck my hand out. So you're having to go like this.
Yeah, why would you reach across? That would be weird.
Yeah. That was weird.
Wait, unless he was he the passenger? Then it would be the left hand.
He said he
was driving.
No, he was the one driving. Yeah, it should be the right hand. You're right. That's weird. I didn't even pick up on it.
Also, telling the owner of an NBA franchise to kiss his fat ass is very funny.
Incredible.
Hilarious.
Great job, Latifah.
Exact words.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Vic, the GM. First of all, Jaleel White was in here. Really?
He was. Yeah, literally, he just shows up Jaleel White just shows up, and I'm like, oh, okay, we got Urkel. Okay.
Jaleel White, whatever. But every moment that he was on screen, he was being a dick and owning Adam Sandler's character. Until you see like his sister, she explains like, oh, he's no longer here. He made a mess and I'm here to clean it up. I hate when movies do that. Like, you want that on screen, seeing them get owned shit. You don't want I would love to have seen a scene with her, like actually putting him in his place. Because every scene he had on screen was him being a dick. Like,
I bet that got cut. I bet
he got canceled on Twitter.
You had to film that. I bet he got canceled on Twitter.
It wasn't satisfying at all for her to just be like, yeah, me.
They should have had him with the huge collars like that happened to the other Philly GM with the big ass collars when he got fired for his tweets becoming. That would have been incredible.
For him having a burner?
Synchronicity. Him having a burner account, he got fired for that. That would have been amazing. I also love when he was sitting in this scrimmage actively rooting against a player who, like, that is the weirdest thing. Like, there are cameras in here, there are media people in here, and you're actively rooting against a player. Like, you represent a team. Why are you rooting against a player? Like, what is happening?
Also, this just shows how powerful, like, the draw of actually being in the NBA or the highest league possible is, because Adam Sandler told him, I don't want to play for you ever, even if the team, even if you died, I wouldn't want to play for the Philadelphia 76ers ever again, or coach for the Philadelphia 76ers ever again. And then he's like, his sister's like, "You want to come back and coach?" He's like, "Yes."
He's like, yes, that's actually what I want.
Run that back. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do this.
They still gave him that shitty ass closet office too. Yeah.
But he put on a suit though. The one fucking time.
Suit's too big
Actually, we
too.
haven't seen Adam Sandler in a suit in 15 years. I think that was the first.
I'm not sure Adam Sandler's ever. I mean, he had some drip or drown suits in
Punch Drunk
in
Love. He had that
Uncut Gems
suit the whole time.
His fit in Uncut Gems is incredible. That picture that came out of him in like Central Park or whatever with the yellow shirt and the rings and everything, and he's just standing there like a meme. No, anything else that we're missing about? I mean, obviously the montage scene. We've talked kind of a little bit about it, but we really can't reiterate. It starts and he can't run up this hill. Like he can't get up the hill, basically like the Rocky steps or something like that. And it just keeps going and going and go. And then they take, like Tej said, they take a breath and they're like, I don't know if you can do it. And they're like, then he's like,
bring a new song. They're like, all right, more fire. Rewind.
Next one. I was shocked. I was like, what? They're still going with this? And he's out there doing drills and like gets up the hill and everything. It is the longest montage scene I think I've ever, like training montage scene. Like Creed does it, okay, 3 minutes. Yeah. You know, he's doing setups or whatever. No, this is like, you want a montage scene. We're going to give you a montage scene because we don't have enough dialogue in the script to fill out this movie.
7.5 minute montage. And I loved every second of it.
I wasn't even mad at it. I'm not even mad at it. I was like, okay, cool. I'm with it. Okay, first of all, let me preface. Like Rocky
you like is watching him work out.
Rocky is my favorite sports movie of all time. Hands down, 100%. So anything that's going to give me some Rocky feel, I'm here for it. I'm pulling up a seat. Inject that shit into my fucking veins. Let's go. Yeah. I actually even think the making of the movie Rocky needs to be its own fucking movie. That's how much I fucking love that movie because it was what he even went through to get that shit made is like movie magic. I'm like, yeah, it's one of my faves. Anyway,
he was working in porn and
the dog that was in that movie was his dog. And a week before he sold that screenplay, he actually sold that dog because he couldn't afford to feed it anymore. And then
you wouldn't know everything about the dog. This makes perfect sense that you would know everything about the dog.
He also
yes, very on brand for Aaron.
He also may or may not have like actually stolen somebody's real life story and just made it into a movie. Yeah, he did. He did. There's a 30 for 30 about that actually.
Like less than what? I think he did it in like 2 days or something. He wrote the actual script. I mean, like. Whatever. I love it.
This isn't like the Rocky Pop, but people forget that Sylvester Stallone was nominated for Best Actor and Best Original Screenplay in those Oscars, and that like started like an indie film movement.
Yep.
And it like the original Rocky was an indie film, which is really funny.
I always forget that the original Rocky was an indie film. I literally always forget.
Nobody wanted to make that shit.
Incredible cinema.
They barely got by on it, but they actually got, I think they got half the wardrobe from like thrift stores, which I mean, obviously,
you can see it.
Yeah, you could tell. Like, some of that shit was like from home. It was like a lot of Adrian, like the actors, a lot of those clothes were her own.
How she was like in The Godfather and stuff. Like, how is she? She's not poor. She's a Coppola.
Yeah,
well, but
she shouldn't have any clothes that she could wear as Adrian.
Shit. I'm just saying, like, she was wearing her own shit because they weren't.
They probably had to beat it up because that's a rich woman.
All right. Anything else before we get into our best basketball movies?
Oh my god! Please, let's talk about favorite basketball movies.
All right.
I didn't know we were doing favorite basketball movies. That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
You can go last.
We're not drafting or anything. We're just talking about our favorite basketball movies.
Okay.
I don't think we have ad breaks right now, so we'll just continue going into it. So let's start with Tej. What is your favorite basketball movie or movies?
Well, Hoop Dreams is my favorite, but like Aaron said, it's a documentary, so it's like very different than like a basketball movie that tells a story in terms of using actors or using basketball players. It is a documentary. It is the most soul-crushing thing that you could ever watch, but it's incredible cinema. But my favorite basketball movie is hands down White Man Can't Jump. It has everything. It has Gloria in it. Why am I losing the last name in my brain? What's Gloria's last name? I'm forgetting. Anyway, White Man Can't Jump has Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, two of my favorite actors. They're at the peak of their powers. Wesley Snipes is just so funny in the movie. Woody Harrelson is so amazing.
Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez, yes. I keep calling her
Gloria.
I love Rosie Perez. It was also the peak of my having a crush on that woman.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
I get it.
what a
I get it.
sexy woman.
She's
Oh, my
still
God.
fine.
Oh
Still.
my God.
Was she at the Oscars with him?
Yes.
She was.
Yeah.
She was.
She had on this red dress. Yes.
Ugh. This movie has everything. They are remaking it or rebooting it or making another one, which I'm not too happy about, but I am going to watch it. But this is probably my favorite basketball movie. But I have a ton of favorite basketball movies. So as y'all go through, I will supplement because I have a lot of the low-key black director basketball movies be heat. So some of my favorite are like the white people have never heard of them, but they are absolute heat. So I have more.
My favorite line from that movie is just go get my other gun. Kill everybody.
Kill everybody in here.
Yeah, White Men Can't Jump. I had it on my list. It, I hate this trope, but like it does things that you couldn't do in movies today. I don't believe that, but I do think like the racial humor in it is very funny and timely for the time. And then Woody Harrelson just dunking at the very end. It means a lot to me personally.
It means something to me.
It means something to me personally. But also their outfits in that are now copied like incredibly. Yep. Especially the Woody Harrelson fits with the dunks and the oversized hoodies and everything else. Like it's been copied to oblivion.
And as a woman, I fucking hate it.
Dex, do you have a favorite basketball movie, or is it White Men Can't Jump? Where you at?
It's not White Man Can't Jump. I've only seen that one time. It was a long ass time ago. I don't remember most of it.
You got to run that shit back.
Good.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go with High School Musical 2.
That was gonna be mine. Oh my God!
I knew one of y'all were gonna.
Wait, that's more of a baseball movie than it is a basketball movie.
Nah, bro, my son is trying to go to the University of Albuquerque. Don't sleep.
That was gonna be mine.
And
golf. I was joking. I fucking love High School Musical 1 and 2. But my favorite basketball movie definitely.
He's 5'8".
Yeah. He got that dog in him, bro. Lunch pail guy, high motor.
Isaiah Thomas. 2
got a bag on it, but yeah, my favorite, definitely not the best. Like, I'm sure this movie is probably ass if I went back and watched it today, but I watched it like 87 times as a child, like Mike. My shit. I fucking love that movie.
It's not good, but it is good. It's not good.
It's so bad.
That was my shit as a child.
Our good boy Jesse Plemons is in that movie.
Yeah, shout out
Jesse Plemons. Which is crazy that Jesse Plemons and Little Bow Wow have met. They had no each other. That is wild. That is wild to think about.
That is so. I don't know why that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, saying it like that is so weird.
Doesn't Bow Wow now live in Austin too? So they're probably friends.
Bow Wow lives in Austin?
Didn't he tweet that? He's like moving to Texas. Any recommendations or something like that?
How tall is Morris Chestnut, by the way? I feel like he's not very tall.
Well, those kids were like 4'5". Like
Morris Chestnut is too good.
He was in the NBA.
So, yeah, he was literally an NBA player. It's like you're 5'8", brother. Like, chill out.
Apparently, Morris Chestnut is 6 feet tall, which I would not have guessed. But
yeah, he's about 6 feet.
Yeah, that movie was so much fun to me.
His good looks add like 4 inches to him on camera, so like he just looks tall. I guess
I know every actor who's taller than me. So
yeah, that movie was so much fun. It's just like every kid's dream. It's every kid's dream to be adopted by an NBA player and just live in a big ass mansion and throw pool parties and shit.
that was Richie Rich for a different generation.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for the
Richie Rich.
I'm a sucker for the I hate this kid, but I gotta protect him. And now I kind of like him. Like he can stay. Like that trope always worked for me in movies. So shout out
When
to
I
Like
was a
Mike.
kid, I think it was like Bow Wow tweeted, "It's official. I'm moving to Texas. It's over," in all caps. And the first thing is, "We do not care."
Yeah, we do
Thank
that.
you. I'm glad nobody gives
Um,
it.
when I was a little kid, there was like a Disney Channel featurette with Bow Wow talking about the wire work that they did in the movie, to where it's like they didn't lower the rims or anything. It was like 10-foot rims, and so they would put him on wires, and he'd go up there and like windmill and dunk. And he said, "Oh, when I'm actually dunking, like it's me. I'm actually doing it. I'm actually dunking." And I took that as a 6-year-old to mean that Bow
Bow Wow
Wow
could dunk.
could dunk. And I
He's
told
like
my cousin
5'2".
that, and he said, "That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard."
Friend, you are a fucking. That's the
What an
dumbest shit I've
idiot.
ever heard.
He's like, he's not dunking. He's 5'3". Like, when they said it on Disney Channel.
Little is literally in his name. They call him Little Bow Wow for a reason.
Yeah.
He is 5'2". He's
Dumbest
5'2".
shit I've ever heard. I was like, just crushed. Was like when it was like, but they wouldn't lie to me on Disney Channel. No, I was just an idiot.
That scene in that movie where they're like in the car fucking going crazy to Party Up by DMX. Love it every fucking time.
Was it a DMX in that movie?
No, the
What?
song.
No, they're just playing the song.
listening to
Like,
DMX
no, he's
in
not
the
in the
car.
movie.
No, I said they're listening to DMX in the movie. That's interesting.
But it was Party Up. It was like a single, so like it,
Right.
it was more PG. You could get the cuss words out of there.
My I probably the best basketball movie to me is probably White Men Can't Jump, like I said, but I am a sucker for two. I'm a sucker for Coach Carter, which is not a good movie, but it's
Why
Samuel
do people
L.
like Coach Carter?
I don't know, man. It was on
don't get
FX
it.
every single day when I got home from school.
It's really popular. Like people
Yeah.
people like it. And I love Samuel Jackson, but every time I try to watch it, I'm just like, I don't buy this movie at all. Like it
It's
doesn't
got
Dumb as hell.
it's
Is that
got
the one
what's-
with the Keisha Cole song? Or is that a different movie I'm thinking of?
Ashanti's
just
in
know
that
it has-
movie.
I just know it has
Ashanti's in the movie,
Tatum.
yeah.
I just know it
And
has.
oh my god, Channing Tatum
Tatum
is in that movie.
wearing a
Channing
do-rag
Tatum, that's like
Wearing a
his first
do-rag.
one. Yep.
and going like, "Damn, shorty," and you're just like, "Okay, Channing."
Oh, that's so bad. That is
Adrian
so
Bylot's
bad.
in that movie. Octavia Spencer's in that movie.
There's a
Adrian
lot
Bylot
of
is-
there's
she's
a lot
great
of people in
looking,
that
by the
movie.
way. Adrian
And
Bylot
it
was
sucks
great
so
looking in her
bad.
heyday.
It's just like a Samuel L. Jackson just giving his like most yelly performance, and it's awesome. But
Coach Carter is literally the same movie as Sunset Park, except for nobody saw Sunset Park, so they just made Coach Carter and put Samuel L. Jackson in it. But Sunset Park is the superior film. It is incredible cinema.
but
That was
my
the song
real
I was
favorite.
thinking of, by the way, but it wasn't Keisha Cole. It was Faith Evans. Faith Evans and Twisted have a song on the soundtrack.
Oh,
So
that's Hopeful. I remember the song.
yeah.
My real favorite, and y'all are gonna sue me. It's like
Don't say
it is.
Christmas.
We cured racism. The movie Glory Road.
Glory Road. Oh,
Yeah. It is the Disney basketball Remember the Titans. It is basketball Remember the Titans. It is we cured racism by winning basketball games. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I
Shout out
won't hate
to
because I
Texas
fucking love
Western.
Remember the Titans. I fucking
Yeah, I
love
mean-
Remember the Titans. So I want to.
I also think like Lucas, is it Josh Lucas, is like an underrated actor who's not in a lot of. He should be in more things, but also solid Derek Luke performance.
Derek Luke.
Yeah,
Is he taller than you, Aaron? You didn't make a face off. He must be short.
He has a white wife. I don't care.
Holy shit.
all right.
She did say
Sorry.
she had the chop
Well,
on. She
that's
did say
that
that
on
she
that.
just woke up from a nap
But
and
no,
she was going to let it
but-
fly.
The last I think Derek Luke and I are about the same height though. I think he's about 5'10".
Got it.
No, I enjoy that movie. I actually think it has like pretty decent basketball. Now they're all dribbling like those early Lakers videos that you see with Jerry West, like dribbling in circles or whatever. but it like fits for the movie. And my favorite thing in that movie is when they throw like alley-oops to their 6'5" center, and every white person in that movie is like the semi-pro Jackie Moon bit, where it's like, what? He's dunking? That's my favorite bit of Semi-Pro, by the way, another basketball movie. When he dunks, they do the alley-oop. He goes, foul. No, wait, 2 fouls. And he goes, wait, he was flying. He can't fucking do that. He was flying. Incredible movie. Aaron, do you have a favorite basketball movie?
I do.
What is it?
Okay, Air Bud. No, I'm playing. Okay.
Well,
I'm joking. Air Bud is actually a good fucking movie though, so don't sleep. But
That's
my
real
favorite
Hooper.
basketball movie is actually it is corny. It is really, really, really fucking corny. And I don't give a shit. It's Teen Wolf.
Oh, I like Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is good.
I love Teen Wolf. We got like
Teen Wolf is awesome.
Michael J. Fox. And like, come on now. Like, yo, it's a good fucking movie. Like, that's one of my favorite movies. I can watch it any fucking time it's on.
in a hella
And it is
prosthetics.
a basketball
You know that
movie.
shit was itchy as fuck.
I
They're
thought
out
you
there
were
trying to
It's
try to
probably
make
good.
him play basketball. You know, he had a terrible time on that set.
Right. And he's
I thought
so tiny. So
Yeah,
for
he's
them to
tiny.
even have, it was like, he's small as hell.
He got that dog in him. He was getting buckets.
He really
Kid
was.
fuck.
I
Michael
thought
J.
you were gonna
Fox
say
getting
Love and
fucked.
Basketball. Love and Basketball is great, even though there's some flaws in the plot. It's still an
There's
incredible
some
ride.
flaws.
Every
I
time.
actually do. I was gonna say that, but I've loved Teen Wolf longer than I've loved Love and Basketball.
fair.
So I had
That's
to
fair.
go with my first love. I had to go with my first love.
Look, people say Hoosiers.
That shit stinks.
I get why it like set up some of the tropes that we even saw in Hustle.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I get it. It's bad basketball.
Never. Is that Gene Hackman? I've never seen it.
Gene
It's
Hackman.
like
yes.
I've never seen the whole thing.
You don't
yeah,
need
it's like
to.
the quintessential sports movie that like kind of started that stuff. It came out really. It's like in
It
the
came out
70s, I think.
before Rudy.
70s.
Like it
Yeah,
came
it
I
was
think
like
it
it's
came
a
out
very
before
old movie.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Twitter responses. I tweeted the Along Came Polly gif of
The jump shot.
Let It Rain! Rain Dance.
Nobody said Space Jam 2?
I know, Erasure.
And I said yes. God, that movie was ass. I think I gave that movie something like a C-. I need to go back and like
We
retract.
should have
that.
all
That
given
movie
it an F. 'cause
sucks.
That movie is the worst. I will never watch it again.
Well, I think we were starved for content. We were like, it wasn't as bad as a kid's movie or whatever. That movie-
I'm glad Aaron
got
did
Game?
mention High Flying Bird. He got Game. I think we mentioned it in the podcast.
I mentioned Ray Allen, but I didn't
It's
mention. Yeah.
great.
Few people mentioned Blue Chips. which
Blue Chips is
probably not
really
a great-
good. Blue Chips is really good. Prime Shaq in there.
Derek Foltz did say Uncut Gems, so we'll say that.
Great choice.
A lot of people said Hustle, which I guess it's going up. People, I don't know. Maybe
It's too soon to put it on the list, but it's good. So I'll give them.
It is
credit.
good. I think it's good.
Has anyone ever
Guys,
seen
I
the
just
the Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans?
Yeah, Marlon Wayans and Kadeem Hardison
Kadeem
and
Hardison, yeah.
Michael Michelle.
Yep.
Who else? Oh my gosh!
I would just. Like
Why
say,
do I know that cast? He was
First
playing with
film.
Seattle.
Great film.
Rashad Lewis. For me personally, this is a Disney Channel banger classic, Luck of the Irish.
I've never seen that.
It's
I
where-
thought you were about to
it's
say
where-
Double Teamed.
It's where a little redheaded white kid comes out and he's like the best player ever.
Oh, so real fiction.
Yeah.
So we go fiction.
Has anyone ever seen Eddie with
Uncle
Whoopi
Drew
Goldberg?
Erasure.
That's actually
Uncle
a really
Drew.
good movie.
What's the Kevin Durant one? Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Eddie is actually a really good movie.
Eddie with
Never
Whoopi
even heard of
Goldberg.
it.
Great movie.
I like that movie.
Whoopi Goldberg coaches the New York Knicks. That is the
Yes.
movie.
And you know what? John Sally is actually a decent actor.
John Sally was in that movie. He also was in Bad Boys.
Yeah,
He was in a lot of.
Bad
John
Boys.
Sally ended up in a lot of
He's
movies.
actually a decent. He's a solid actor. I forget about him sometimes, but he's actually a decent actor. Not like Rick Fox, who puts himself in everything, and it's like, dude, you're so pretty.
A lot
What
of
else do
Above the
people say?
Rim. A lot of
Above the Rim is great.
Above the Rim is
Great Tupac performance.
again, Marlon Wayans.
Derek initially said the first Space Jam, which, folks, the first Space Jam is not a good movie. We've said this before. Go listen to our
when you
Space Jam
saw it,
2.
it's
You
not
were
great.
you were 7.
Why do you even have to qualify? Like, Space Jam is not a good, like, first or second. Like,
Well, yeah,
No,
okay,
because
but if you're
people get mad at
comparing it to
you.
the second, yeah, people get mad because they like Space Jam because they watched it when they were a kid. But I will say the first Space Jam is objectively 900 times better than the second Space Jam.
Yes, yeah.
It's only because
tough.
there's no Clockwork Orange references in the first Space Jam, which is just a weird thing to put into a Space Jam movie.
Game of Thrones references.
Yeah,
in the
like
first Space Jam.
what are we doing, guys?
you know what was funny?
Fuck
I
Space
didn't
Jam
mention
2.
it about I didn't mention about Hustle, but one thing that actually got me in the first part of the movie was how much product placement was in there. Like, my God, every fucking fast food restaurant you could think of was like in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah, he's like consuming Pizza Hut, Burger King, like all in a row.
KFC.
Netflix got to do something. They gave Adam Sandler
They're broke.
all the money they had. They're broke, bro.
They're like, yo, let's get everybody. Yo,
They're like broken here.
we
yeah,
gotta get some fat jokes in.
That's a few. That's what I had. But anything else? Anything else we want to add?
Y'all
as
didn't
far
like
as-
Boogie?
Boogie?
What's Boogie?
I've never even heard of it.
Y'all never saw.
Is it about DeMarcus Cousins? Because I love DeMarcus Cousins.
No, Boogie.
I would watch
is
the
one
DeMarcus
about
Cousins
the, oh my gosh, it came out actually, I think last year before last.
It says 2021.
This
Is the Eddie Huang movie.
Yes.
I didn't see it.
No.
Is it good? Oh.
No.
No.
What's her name? Taylor Page? Is it Taylor something? Yo, bless her heart. She's a phenomenal dancer. That girl is
Taylor Page, yeah. She can't
horrible actress. Horrible actress. Horrible fucking
Pop
actress.
Smoke is in this film.
But I appreciate her acting being horrible because we don't have enough Black people being horrible actors and still being successful. So you go, girl. Yeah, you go be mediocre. Be mediocre and pretty. I love it.
The one that started it all for a couple of actors, Basketball Diaries.
Oh, Leo.
With Leo. And
yep.
Oh, also Mark Wahlberg. He Who Shall Not Be Named is in that movie.
We didn't mention Finding Forrester either.
Finding Forrester. It's like I think that was Sean Connery's last movies that he ever did.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, I'm good." After he got the payday for that movie, he was like, "Whatever."
Wasn't little Anna Paquin in that?
In Finding Forrester?
Oh my God, I think you're right. I forgot about that.
I'm really good at knowing some random actors, and not random actors, but knowing projects that they were in and not recalling the project.
Finding Forrester.
Other than the fact
plays
that
on TNT all the time.
Other than the fact that Terrence Howard is in it, Sunset Park is incredible. Sticky Fingers is in that movie, which I love. Sticky Fingers being an actor was just the best.
Finding Forrester has good reviews.
Fredro Starr was in the movie. Yes, he was in. They both were in it. Actually, I think they're both in it. Sticky Fingers and Fredro Starr in it.
Finding Forrester has really good reviews. Has like a 76% on Rotten
Yes, it's
Tomatoes.
not bad.
Busta Rhymes had a very convincing performance in that movie. I will have you know.
It's not bad.
Finding Forrester.
Yeah, he was in Busta Rhymes. Yes, Busta Rhymes.
He is. Yeah, he is in this. Yeah, but it is a young Anna Paquin, Rob Brown, and Sean Connery. All right. That's all I got. Aaron, where can they find your tweets and your relation to an NBA Hall of Famer?
He sucks. No, I'm playing. Aaron M. Yeah, okay. The
Houston Rocket champion, damn it.
This is the Pro Rockets podcast, and you can't slander Claude Drexler on this podcast. You literally can't do that.
Whatever. No, funny thing is, like, if I ever see his name pop up on a tweet, I will quote tweet and go boo. But people don't know that he was my uncle, so I'm just booing just because, like, oh, he's actually a real cornball, like in real life. Like, he's lucky that he got that tall because real life, he's a nerd. Like, he's just a nerdy kind of guy, but he's cool. Love him. You can find me at Aaron M. Payton. on Twitter. Please don't send me creepy shit.
Yeah, that goes
Words
for
to live
everybody.
by.
Ask.
Yeah.
Get a
That
lot.
goes, that
Can
goes
I
without
say,
asking.
because I keep forgetting, and I mean to ask you, Royden, every time, but I've been listening to, like, I've, consumed so many of these episodes of this podcast. And
We
it's
appreciate
really
you, though.
cute how I've gone back, like, to the beginning and then, like, through everything, and how your now wife, Kate, there's a point in time where you referred to her as your girlfriend, and then there's a point where you refer to her as your fiance, and then now as your wife. And it's just kind of cute to, like, go full circle with your whole entire relationship and not even
Thank
know
you.
you. I'm
Yeah,
like,
this is
oh, that's
It's a
so cute.
blessing.
guys. This is a wholesome pod. I'm a wholesome podcast host. Never said anything weird or mean. But no, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's really cute. I remember listening to the podcast after you actually announced that you guys were engaged, and I was like, "Yay!" And I'm like, "He doesn't even fucking know me," and I'm like, "Yay!"
Yeah, like 3 years later, retroactively too. You're just like, yeah.
No, it was super cute. I'm rooting for you guys.
Oh,
Awesome.
thank you. I'm rooting for us too.
They're good people.
I believe it. I believe it. She sounds awesome. Tell her I said hey.
I will. All right. Let's see. You can find us at One Take Pod on Twitter, One Take Pod on Instagram, One Take Pod on TikTok. I need to get better at tweeting that because apparently, or TikToking that because apparently, if you TikTok about movies, you'll gain hundreds of thousands of followers via TikTok. Really? They have posted this Rotten Tomatoes game on TikTok on the Apollo HOU TikTok. Go follow. It's very good content. But like they have gotten
blew up, dude.
25,000 followers in the past 2 weeks?
Jesus.
Something like that.
We're above that now. We hit.
That sounds like my worst nightmare.
No,
having
you
that many
gained that
followers.
many over that amount of
I
time.
know,
Fuck
but
that.
it's been more than that now.
Yeah,
We
so
gained
Apollo
fucking 17K in the last 2 days.
Damn. Apollo HOU on Twitter. Tej, you and I have to, or Apollo HOU on Twitter and TikTok. Tej, you and I have to get down to Houston so we can play the Rotten Tomatoes game and be internet famous.
I really want to play the Rotten Tomatoes game, but I definitely don't want any more followers. That's why I'm on private. Please leave me alone. Thank you.
Yeah, so you can follow us at One Take Pod. Do us a favor. I know more of you listen to this than have left reviews on our podcast. Go leave us a review on Apple and Spotify. You can do it on both. You can rank us on Spotify as well, too. It really helps us get this. If you like us, get this. Or if you hate us and you want more people to hate us, that's fine. I don't care. Just get us out there to the world. I will sell myself. I'll be the most hated dude in movie podcasts. I don't care. But
hey, you know what? Give a good review. I'll flash my boobs.
Whoa. This is a family podcast, Aaron. This is a family podcast.
Hey, look. Boobs is family. Look.
You said that. I'm gonna let you wear that.
No, I forgot. I've ordered T-shirts. I'm going to be rocking the One Take Pod T-shirt though.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Yeah,
you can also obnoxious.
You can also find us our T-shirts on ApolloHOU.com/store. You can use the promo code all caps One Take Pod to get 10% off your purchase. Little expensive if I'm being honest, but you can use that money and use it wisely and support us, and hopefully we can sell ads and do all the stuff and more people will watch it. It's the whole cycle of life. Dex, what else are we doing?
Hashtag support for few all the time, constantly.
Where can they find your articles? We got a couple of reviews up.
Yeah, I got a review of Lightyear up, ApolloHOU.com. I'll have a couple other things coming up real soon.
Got a Barry review
up at the top. Yeah, we got a Barry review up there. And yeah, it's got to be about to be a good summer for reviews. You know, Obi-Wan Kenobi coming soon. The review, Thor coming soon. Like we're working. All right, go to ApolloHOU.com and read our shit.
ApolloHOU.com. And yeah, just follow us on One Take Pod. Leave a review. All right, we're out.
Bye.